Thanks for downloading this episode of the 5 Pence Change podcast. If you could please just give us a like, comment, subscribe. Now, let's crack on with this week's episode.
I don't know how it goes.
What a twist.
Who are
ya? Who are ya? Hey. I think I'm going to pass out. All my toes in his mouth.
I can't get the eyelashes right. I've just had them done.
Hello, welcome to... What episode number are we on?
Oh shit, 23.
23?
Episode 23.
Episode 23 of the 5 Pence Change podcast. I'm Sean Connery. I can't do impressions.
Oh, who can I be? And I'm Dolly Parton.
Is that how she speaks?
I don't know.
Doesn't she sing Jolene?
Yeah. Jolene.
Just makes you think, like, what was her man? Like, if someone was trying to steal your man, and your man was like...
I bet he's just a
hey,
3 out of 10 as well, you
Jolene's trying to fucking... She's in my DMs now. You'd just be like, fuck off to Jolene then.
Maybe he didn't want Jolene.
I wouldn't be begging Jolene to not take my man, because it shouldn't be on the cards anyway. Shouldn't need to beg Jolene not to. Because to me, that says... there was a chance that a man was interested in Jolene. So rather than go to your man and be like, obviously you're not interested, you've then got to go past him to Jolene and be like, honestly, I'm begging you, don't take him.
I wonder why. Do you reckon he did the dishes and the washing?
I was just going to say, I've got bigger questions. Like, Dolly, why aren't you so independent that you can't just fuck him off?
Maybe the shoes on her feet, she didn't buy them. Maybe the...
Just buy new shoes then. Unless he's got the majority stakeholder in the house or something. Because then it does get a bit messy.
Doesn't she have like a little theme park? Dollywood.
You're just making that up, aren't you? Are you just making that up?
It might not be a theme park. I'm going to Google it now.
Theme park, Dollywood.
Yeah, I think it's a theme park.
Just an alternative to Bollywood.
But for Dolly.
But for Dolly's.
It's an amusement park.
Oh, fuck off, of course it is. What's going on in Dollywood?
Well, I'll let you know now when I accept these cookies.
Sounds like one of those like, hey, what's going on in Dollywood?
The Dolly Parton Experience.
Is that, yeah, but is it just like the Elvis one?
So Dollywood Parks and Resorts. We light up the Smokies with ride slides, music, food, and laughter. Day and night. We invite you to our Tennessee home where you can hold on tight to those who love you the most. That's not what it says. I don't know. So there's all roller coasters.
Oh, there's actually a theme park there.
There's a water park.
Oh.
Lodge and resort.
A lodge and resort. Get in.
A Dream More resort and spa.
Oh, a spa. I love a spa.
And a wind down and refresh in Bear Cove cabins.
What happens in Bear Cove stays in Bear Cove.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I'm not going to lie. This looks pretty sick.
Now you said it to me. I'm like, oh, I love a spa.
I want to go.
Should we go Patreon exclusive?
Do you want to go to Tennessee?
I'd
How
love to go
sick
to
would that
Tennessee.
be?
Go see the Jack Daniels thing.
I don't know how much it is.
You're as smooth
as Tennessee whiskey.
That's the one.
Yeah, no, I don't want to drink Jack Daniels.
Would you not like Jack Daniels?
No,
It's not my go-to. But I'm more of a JMO, more of a Jameson's type of guy.
Yeah.
But like, if they've not got Jameson's, I'll take a JD.
You know what bourbon I do like, but I don't know how you pronounce it.
Jim Beam.
No. It
Monkey Shoulder.
No, that's a blended Scotch.
It's the first one given to me.
I say bullet, but it's like B-U-L-L. Like
it is bullet.
But do you just pronounce it bullet?
Yeah, it's bullet. Yeah.
I like that for a bit.
Yeah. I think I tried that with my mate Steve.
Yeah.
With the beard.
I don't know who that is.
It's like, do you know, like Rebecca with the hair? It's like Steve with the beard.
It's Becky.
Becky.
Better call Becky with the good hair.
Yeah, but I call her
Rebecca with the long hair, yeah.
Rebecca with the long... Well, Steve with the long beard. He shaved it off once. Didn't talk to him until he grew back.
Why?
He said it was getting itchy.
It's nothing worse though when your hair grows back and it's itchy like your pubes or your like hair.
Saying about catfish, like do you know when like lads show pictures, like lads with beards, and you show pictures from like 10 years ago,
And they've got no facial hair.
It's a good job you grew that beard, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, a beard can absolutely change a guy.
Oh, 100%.
Like, can you imagine who's that guy?
I'd be a solid 8 with the beard.
Who's the guy who walks out the water?
Jesus.
No, that's Moses.
No,
I don't know.
Jesus walks
Moses
on water.
just parted it.
Oh, are you on about Aquaman? Jason Momoa?
Yeah. Can you imagine him?
Without a beard?
Yeah, man.
And his hair?
And like short hair. He would not be the man that he is today.
Do you fancy him? Everyone's
He's
obsessed.
not for me. My mum does. My mum loves him, you know.
He's just got that whole like rough and ready look about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good-looking guy. No one can deny him that.
Yeah. That's what happens when you can grow a beard. I can't. Tried.
I know.
I feel like I'd suit one though. I just want to see if I would.
I don't think you would.
I
I think
would.
you'd look a bit homeless.
No, like if he had it like proper, you know,
Even tidy.
like tidied up, nice little, just beard and that. Start catfishing people. But oh my god, he's got a beard, yeah. But when I shave it off, I look like Jonah Hill.
Do you want me to find you a Snapchat filter with a beard on?
No, I've tried it. I look like a fucking trucker.
Oh, well, that's what you'd look
I
like.
look like a hillbilly. Like,
That's okay, because we're going to
we're
Tennessee.
going to Tennessee. Go up the hills. I got my cousin in the car. Well, it was not a car. It's in the truck.
Is it your cousin or is it your sister?
She might
Or your
be your
kid.
cousin, but she wouldn't be your brother. Get you with the Rolos.
I know. Do
They
you know
see
what?
me
I'm really
rolling.
sorry. I'm really sorry that I'm eating these on camera.
Fucking
But
vending machine.
when
up.
I saw these Rolos in the vending machine, I've not had Rolos for at least more than a decade. And the
a
good,
decade.
they're not, I swear,
Decade, though.
a decade.
A decade.
Maybe even 2.
What?
What would 2 decades take me to? 16. I don't think I've had a Rolo in my late teens, 20s or early 30s.
Have you not?
No. And do you know what? They're good. They're not as good as I remember them as being, but they are
All
good.
chocolate's like that now. Everything's like that.
I just don't think Nestle is my favourite, you know.
No, Nestle's not up there.
I'm
Not-
Cadbury's
No, those
all day
tiers where
long.
it's like God tier,
Yeah.
okay tier. Nestle's not at the top.
No. What other chocolate bars do Nestle do?
My mind's gone blank.
Mama.
No, you can't do that.
No.
You can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
He's a nonce, isn't he?
Yeah. There's a banger, though.
It is. I hate that. I know this is proper changing the subject because we're talking about Nestle chocolate bars. Kit Kat. That's Nestle, isn't
I
it?
do like a Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. You can't go wrong with a Kit Kat.
I don't like a Kit Kat chunky, though.
Oh, I prefer Kit Kat
And if you
chunky.
buy me, when you can buy 2-finger Kit Kats,
I want 2 of them.
they don't taste the same as a 4-finger Kit Kat.
Do you know?
And if you put two 2-finger Kit Kats together to make a 4-finger Kit Kat, not the same.
No, although in numerical it is, but this is what I was saying. I'll come on to what I was going to talk about. I can't even remember what it was. Obviously a lie. It goes to show that we have no structure.
Kit Kats.
Right. So chocolate
Yeah.
over the last chocolate over the last couple of years is just getting shitter and shitter, and it's also getting smaller and smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like famously, everyone talks about it every year. Do you remember years and years and years ago when you got a tin of Quality Street? It was like 2 foot deep.
Metal as well.
Metal 2 foot deep, and now they're like it's like this thin
Yeah.
with a couple of chocolates in. Most of the time, it's like they're trying to get you to get the bags now.
Do you
They
know
don't
what
want your tins.
infuriated me?
Go on.
The change of wrappers in Quality Street.
What was?
They went from like shiny plastic, which is not good for the turtles, but aesthetically is very fucking
I
pleasing.
think they still have them like that though.
No, it's like a dull paper colour. I swear, they're fucking shocking.
Oh, the ones we got in ours had the shiny.
The jar.
Maybe it's just like a Christmas.
Maybe you got ends of the line
Yeah, literally before.
because even our Christmas ones had the shit paper on.
I've seen a few with the shit paper ones. Maybe it just depends on what thing you get. Maybe you have to pay extra for that.
No, they're wiping them out. So maybe you just got ends of the line.
End of the line. Maybe I've just had them in the cupboard for years. I don't care if it's white. It's fine. It's all right.
Do you remember the slogan of Rolo?
They see me rolling. They hating.
It was something like, share your last one. Do you want my last Rolo? I've saved my last Rolo for you.
No, you have it. Go on. You're really enjoying them. I think you should have it.
I've had a whole packet.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
Oh, but it'll get stuck in my teeth.
Well, it won't because you just chew it in between on your back teeth.
Fill in for me.
John's
Thanks for
eating a
your-
Rolo.
Don't calm.
I can't remember what the exact slogan.
Logo. What was the slogan on the Rolo?
Slogan. I'm so
Rolos.
sorry if anyone could hear me chewing then.
I know,
Actually,
yeah.
it's John chewing.
It is me. I'm just thinking,
Fucking finish me, bro.
nightmare. Gonna have your Dr. P. What's the worst that can happen?
But that doesn't go with a mouthful of chocolate saliva.
Rolo. I had a Fanta Lemon.
I'm getting in the holiday spirit.
Yeah. What are the ones? So there's Kit Kat. I'm thinking of like Mars now, but that's Mars. It's not Nestle.
Nestle Smarties.
Smartie, yeah.
Orange Smarties don't taste orange anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Right, so chocolates are just shit. Even Toblerone, right? Used to be chunky, and now it's like dead thin little bits.
Yeah, they took out like one of the bits, didn't
Yeah.
they? So it's like
They're
every
still
other you get
charging.
now.
Everything, it's just getting shitter because they want to make more money for the man.
For the man. Who is the man?
The
Who's
man's
Mr.
minted.
Nestle?
No, it's just like it's ever since. I was thinking about this.
It's David Cameron.
We always have conversations like this with in our house because we're fucking riveting conversations. Like, but saying to my mum when I was like a kid, so when I was like 10, New Year's Eve, we always went to this like party.
Yeah.
Like it was a ticketed event.
Yeah.
It was a big family party. Everyone had to chip in for the buffet. There was a DJ, and it was every New Year's Eve we went, counted down to midnight, and then we all went back to my nan's house. Like it was a 2-bedroom terrace, but there was about 27 people sleeping in that house.
Get
right?
in there.
We used to all cram ourselves in there every New Year's Eve / New Year's Day.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, nowhere was open.
Yeah.
Like it was just a given. It was like
You didn't go out. 'cause there was
Christmas
nothing to
Eve,
do.
barely anything was open because that's why it was like all manic on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, everything was shut. New Year's Eve was the same. New Year's
Boxing Day as well. You couldn't go
Boxing
out
Day?
and get your veggies for Boxing Day on
No.
Boxing Day.
Now it's just like, it's just open, isn't it? Oh, we'll shut an hour earlier.
I think it's dead sly on the staff, you know.
It is sly on the staff. I had that at Christmas Eve.
It's just
when in
pure
B&M.
profits, isn't it?
It's weird though. I had the conversation with someone in B&M going, "Oh, it's dead bad that they make you work on Christmas Eve," and then on the other side, it's like, yeah, the reason they make us work on Christmas Eve is because of you, dickhead, being in here. I know, but
Yeah, but sometimes it's just nice, isn't it?
man just wanted to.
I mean, I try and avoid all the shops. I don't want to get too in-depth in Christmas conversation because it is fucking April, but I do avoid the shops.
No, my point was.
Oh, the chocolate shit.
No, my point was like when money wasn't everything. You know,
Life was better.
Life was better. Yeah, like years ago, people used to take pride in the work. Like, so my mum's having issues with the roof, and years ago, you used to be able to ring someone and be like, "I've got issues with my roof," and someone will be like, "Yeah, have you? Well, I happen to fix roofs. I'll pop round now."
Yeah.
Now the guy on the phone was like, "I might be able to come down next month." Might, not guarantee. Let's
that's it,
pencil
isn't
it in. And it's because I just think people are just
I
like,
think the quality of the work's really bad, which is then what causes the little cowboys to gag in,
yeah,
underquote everyone, and do a shockingly
Shit
shit job.
and it's just getting worse. Worse.
Where
and
are
worse.
all the tradespeople?
Oh,
all
no
the
one-
tradesmen who
No one
independent,
wants to be a
throw
trade-
your hands up at me.
No one wants to be a tradesperson anymore.
No. But the money could be good.
Money is good. I wish I was a plasterer.
Yeah.
You'd be making money hand over fist. Now everybody wants to be.
Now you're more plasterers radio.
Wait. Now everyone just wants to make wants to be influencers, as I say in my glass house.
In your little podcast
Your
studio.
little podcast glass house studio.
But we're not influencing though. What we're doing is
get
having
thing
just
off the
general
chest.
conversation.
Literally the same conversation we have in the car on the way here. How many times ago? Yeah, can we just stop talking? Let's save that for the pod, and then like literally 4 minutes later when we get here, I'm like, what were we talking about in the car?
We need to
Can't
start
remember.
writing stuff down. Well, that's good.
That's
yeah.
good, that Michelle. Save that for the pod. And every single time I said that, it's never been said on the pod.
No.
I'm running out of ideas. I'm not.
No, we're not. We've always got conversation.
I know, like the big one about Peter Kay.
Gutted because people have bought those tickets about 3 years ago. But
No,
surely
they didn't go on sale 3 years ago.
didn't they?
No, it was when.
Wasn't it when we bought our ones that you
no,
didn't
it was
go
after.
to? But still,
It was after. It was.
I think
I'd say within the last 12 months at least.
Co-op Live have massively let the people of Manchester down and Peter Kay.
I disagree.
Why?
Well, things go over. I get your point.
It's been in the making.
I know.
Forever.
Things go over schedule, and also they said like if they were to put it on now, it wouldn't be safe.
Yeah, well,
They could have rushed it. I get people going to be upset 'cause they're like, oh, I've booked a hotel, and yeah, I get that. Also, like, have a look around. There's bigger things going on in the world. Like, just there's bigger things to worry about. If the only thing in your life is like, oh, Peter Kay moved his day like by a week. By the way, like, well, you've got a pretty stress-free life, then, haven't you? There'll be some woman.
Would you like to have a one-way flight to Palestine instead?
All right, maybe a bit of an extreme.
But there is worse things in the world going on.
There's just worse thing. But I'm going to share something with you.
Oh, go on.
I'm going to share it, but you've got to promise me no one's going to judge me. You're not going to judge me.
No, I'll never judge you.
So
nobody tell anyone. This is our secret.
This is just us and the public listeners that listen to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So.
Oh, I'm ready for this. Hang on, let me sit up.
Okay. So do you know when? Are you sat up?
Yeah.
Do you know when Peter Kay cancelled his last tour? Do you remember it was like 2017?
Yeah.
He bought a tour on, everyone went batshit crazy, and then it just got cancelled for whatever reason.
And it just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, right. So that was the reason that I broke up with the girl I was with at that time.
Why? Because you were really upset?
No.
About the tour being cancelled?
No, because she had the tickets.
Okay, well. And she paid for them.
So she paid for the we had all the when it went on sale we both spent our relationship quoting Peter Kay material to each other. So it was like any given opportunity there was a Peter Kay joke we'd throw in.
Yeah.
And
cute.
So when it come out we were like, oh my god, we gotta go. So we had all the devices on and we were in all like a load of queues and then we eventually got 2 tickets, right? And then obviously it was like 18 months to 2 years away or whatever daft like that.
Yeah.
So like a bit of a time later I didn't want to be with her anymore. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to break up with her. I don't think it's working. They can't see this, like, thingy in. But she does have the Peter Kay tickets, though.
How long was it? So from the moment that you thought, oh, you know what, I just don't think this is working between us, to the date of the Peter Kay event, was it like 6 months?
No, it was longer than that.
Oh, stop it.
It was longer than that.
That's a long time to stay with someone just for Peter Kay, I'd have just bought 2 more on resale.
I'm trying to think now of when it was meant to be. Because we sort of ended things at the beginning of, I want to say it was 2018. And I'm sure it might have been the back end of 2018. I can't remember now. It's longer than 6 months anyway. I know that. Wow. And I said, don't judge me. Put your eyes away.
Put my eyes away.
I can see you with your judgy eyes. Right.
Right, they're closed. I'm not looking at you.
And I told my mate this in confidence, I might add.
Yeah.
I told my mate it. I was like, yeah.
Well, we're all friends here. Can I open my eyes yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I meant that metaphorically. So I was like, right. Obviously, I don't think so. I can't see the relationship working. Like, I didn't. It's not like I didn't have any feelings towards it. I just mean like, I can't see the relationship working. We want different things. Yada yada yada. And I said, but she got these Peter Kay tickets, and I kind of I don't want to lose out and go to see Peter Kay. Might never see him again. You never know.
It could be his last tour,
as we know. And I never did see him again because I gave up those tickets. So.
Are you trying to break up with me?
No. I just took the gig. So when he announced that his tour's going to be cancelled, he messaged me a screenshot of the news article. Says, "Oh, you've got no reason now. You might as well dump her."
Stop it! And you did.
Almost later on that day.
Stop it, Jonathan!
I said, don't judge.
I'm going to fist bump you for being brave.
Dumped her over text. Wasn't that brave?
Oh, you little fanny. Oh, my God.
No, well, yeah. And then, like, she messaged me about 6 months ago. Can't even remember how it came. How we ended up like messaging. Oh no, I do. I think I was telling someone this story because then obviously recently he's just announced the tour, and I was like,
Peter Kay.
Yeah, and I was scrolling back through the chat. I was like, no, look, like I was trying to scroll back through the chat, and then I dropped the phone, and it started calling her.
I'll stop it.
I swear to God, I was like, so this is recently. So this is from 2018 till now, not spoke. And then I was like, and then I dropped the phone. I was like, oh shit, picked it up and it was ringing, so I fucking ended it.
Oh my God, she knows you've been on the chat.
Threw my phone away.
Should have just thrown yourself off a bridge.
Oh, honestly, I think I nearly did. And then she messaged me question mark saying, why have you tried ringing me? I was like, you won't believe this, but I was flicking back through trying to find something, and I dropped my phone and it started ringing. Yeah, she was like, yeah, sure it did. Because it doesn't sound believable at all, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So far-fetched. Everything with you is far-fetched.
Everything is. It's never
true.
It's not. It's all
Can't
true.
just be simple, can
it's not simple. No, how would they do simple? How boring would that be? So and then it got brought up in the conversation. She said, "Remember when Peter Kay cancelled his last tour and you dumped me?" And I was like, "No, it's not true.
It was just a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence that happens to happen on the same day at the same time." But like, so yeah, that's I know that's why I'm not going to. That's why I'm not going to heaven.
The gay bar?
No, I was in heaven upstairs.
Oh yeah, I don't think you ever were.
I think even the devil would be like, I mean, that was low for me. Like, Jesus Christ, mate. Can't just stay someone's see Peter Kay.
Trying to think now if I've ever been dumped for that reason and not noticed. I don't think so.
By the way, I'm sorry about that.
Does she listen?
I don't know. It doesn't tell you exactly every single person who listens to the pod.
No, it's just numbers, isn't it?
Sometimes I'd love to know. Sometimes, like, when I see, like, oh, people are listening, I'm like, I wonder who is. But no one lets us know.
They do.
They do.
We did get an email.
We did. Have we got time to do it now?
Should we save it for the end?
No, just do it now. We brought it up.
No, we got an email off Teddy. Hi, Teddy.
Hi, Terry.
I think Terry's a boy. Could
Terry.
be a girl, though.
Nah. How many girl Terrys do you know?
A couple. Well, I don't know them and know of them. But it is spelt with a Y, not an I.
Yeah, Terry.
This Terry's got a willy, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Um,
Seeing it.
So he's put, hi there, been listening to the pod from the start and love what you're doing. I was
Nice
listening
one.
to episode, I know, yeah, thank you so much. I was listening to episode 21 today and found it interesting when the difference of opinion and ghosts came up. This got me thinking, why don't you do the pod from Ye Oldie King's Head in Chester? I've not heard of that.
Ye old King's Head.
Ye Oldie, or
Ye old.
Yay, because it's spelled like Kanye.
Ye old King's Head.
Yay Oldie King's Head in Chester.
I think it's just pronounced.
It's said to be one of the most haunted locations in Chester. Who knew? I would recommend either room 2 or room 8. When you finish the pod, you should stay in one of these rooms each and leave a camera recording. If you capture anything, it might just make a believer out of John. I think Terry believes in ghosts.
Terry believes in ghosts. Right.
Now he's a believer.
So even though I said I don't believe in it,
You'd shit yourself.
I don't want to be staying in a room on my own.
Well, you do that every night at home.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I don't want to be staying in a recorded haunted mansion of... You know what I'm trying to say?
If ghosts don't exist, John, then why are you scared about being in a hotel, pub?
Yeah, that's a good point.
If they don't exist...
Ghosts don't exist, but I don't like watching scary movies. I watched Paranormal Activity. I couldn't sleep for a week.
That's fictional.
Not Paranormal Activity. Have you seen it? Right, true story. I went. So how old was I when Paranormal Activity came out?
I don't know. No.
Anyway, no, I think it was driving. I must have been like 17, 18, right? Me and my mate went to go watch it. And do you know that bit where the door creaks open? Like, because that's what they do there.
I've seen it, but I don't remember the specifics.
So they leave. He accidentally. It's like, hey, love, I've got a video camera. I'm going to set it up in the bedroom just in case. Yeah, of course you did, mate. Yeah. Anyway, halfway through the night, the door just goes, swings open. Mate, the cinema went, you could hear a pin drop. They just went dead quiet. We were all like, and you just heard one guy went, fuck. It's dead funny. Anyway, the rest of the film's like that way, I think.
Yeah, but it's not true. It's not real footage, is it? It's created for effect.
No, it's
drama.
filmed on like a video camera.
Yeah, but it's not real footage.
It's not.
So there you go then.
It's not created.
That's like saying I watched the Blair Witch Project. It was filmed on a fucking video
But the way
camcorder.
it's so convincing. The only reason I know it's not real is because I had to Google it. So it's so convincing, and the fact that they've made like fucking 6 prequel films.
They made
from
it in Cinema World, of course. It's got to be Barbie.
It threw me.
Did you see Barbie?
No, I've not seen Barbie.
Because none of that shit's real either, you know, John.
What about Ken? Anywhere else?
He is knocking off.
No, right. So I was convinced in this moment because at the time it was like, this is real. This is real. So I watched it with my mate, and it's all like doors opening and things moving, and then she gets dragged out of the bed. And I've never been dragged out of bed before by a ghost, but that night I was convinced I was going to get dragged out of the bed.
I only get dragged in by the girls.
And yeah. Just fucking loads of them, and I was convinced that I was like, every noise I heard in my house, I was shitting one. I was like, bear in mind, I'm still living with my mum. It was like the heating going off and the pipes just going. I was like, what the fuck's that? I was scared. I rang my mate who had watched the film with, and I texted him, sorry, and I just texted him saying, I can't sleep, and he went, same, I'm proper shitting one.
Stop
We were
it.
both 18 years old, and I'm not ashamed to admit this. I drove to his house, picked him up, he came back to mine, and we had a little sleepover.
Stop it. That's the cutest.
Because we were both shitting one. I couldn't sleep for a week.
But you don't believe in ghosts.
No, but
so
that film
it's fine.
that film was so convincing.
Okay, well,
I had to Google it.
Don't watch that film before we go to this hotel. You can take your pick whether you want room 2 or room 8.
Do I have to be alone?
Well, I'm not sharing a room with you.
Oh my god.
I sleep naked.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'd rather see that than a ghost.
Oh, thanks.
Fuck this. I'm going to the other room. Where's these ghosts? Not sleeping with her. Jesus Christ, got no clothes on.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got farts in my arse to scare the ghosts away. Like, don't come near me.
Yeah, but
Can't
the
do
ghosts.
that in front of... Well, I probably can.
Nah.
I'm a big girl. I'll take my own room.
Have you got any reviews on this, like,
Let's have a look.
this hotel?
Kanye, oldie, worldie,
It's not Kanye, you've added that in.
pub.
Go on, let's have a look.
1 second. Okay, so someone's given it 5 stars here. They stayed in March 24, which was last month. Recently been to My Haunted Hotel, ye Old King's Head in Chester.
Just call it Old King's Head.
We absolutely love this place. The guys who run it are some of the nicest people you can meet. We had a meal in the bar, which I recommend. It was amazing. Oh, I love food, mate. This place is like no other. A unique experience.
It's got food in there.
That has so much paranormal activity, but keep in mind it has quiet times too.
I love that.
I wonder when it's busy then.
I love that. Hey, I stayed over for the ghost. They're like, on a
so
Tuesday, they have a day
much.
off, mate. They don't work 24/7. They're only doing Monday to Friday 9 to 5. And in fact, we've had to give them 2 days off,
It
Monday,
has
Tuesday, because they work
quiet
Saturday,
times
Sunday now.
too. You sound like you're giving them the P&O Cruise fucking contracts.
Literally.
7 weeks on, no day off.
No day off.
It just says if you're thinking of going, do it. 100%. You'll be back for a second visit.
Does it say what paranormal?
Hang on a minute. Let
See
me
any
see.
more? See news articles are out.
Yeah, Chester Chronicle.
Chester Chronicle, shout out.
Oh, okay. So this one
Oh.
says, as she turned her head, she saw a man dressed in black silently watching her, and she felt confused as to how a stranger had managed to enter a locked bedroom. But when she challenged the man, he just carried on gazing at her. According to Parascience, the woman no longer felt alarmed, but rather felt a sensation of peace and tranquility. The apparition remained for about 15 minutes before vanishing, and the woman was so in awe of the soothing and comforting atmosphere that she booked to stay another night.
Right, so the person that was sat there wasn't...
So a woman booked, stayed. There was a man just looking at her for 15 minutes.
So she's in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
She challenged him.
She challenged him,
Right, I'm sorry.
but he just carried on gazing at her.
Right, can I ask a few questions here, Michelle? Help me out here, as a woman.
Yeah.
So imagine this, you're lying in bed and you're in a hotel.
Yeah.
You wake up in the middle of the night. There's a bloke at the end of the bed to start watching you, like Ronan Keating.
Hi, Ronan
Because
Keating.
he sings that song, sometimes late at night, I lie awake and watch you sleeping. Meant to be a love song, but that's quite creepy, that, when you think
Yeah,
about
it
it.
is.
Right? So you wake up, there's a bloke at your end of your bed just gazing at you.
I think
staring
I'd
at you.
freeze, you know. I don't even know if I challenge. I'd just be like,
You
what
wouldn't
the
turn,
fuck?
you're not going to wake up and go,
Can you see that my eyes are open? Are the lights on? Or is it just pitch black, but I can just see a shadow?
you're not going to go, who are you looking at? You're not going to do that, are you? You're going to be like, fuck, you're going to get out of bed and you're going to deck him.
I don't know. I might just freeze.
Suppose.
I don't know if I want to challenge a man or a ghost man. I probably would just lie there.
Just under the covers.
Be like, oh shit, if I just farted, no, actually shit myself.
Just get up, like.
Do you know what I mean? Like if I
Slowly
just
start
close
popping
my
your head out,
eyes
like-
and pretend I can't see him, it's absolutely fine. I think I would freeze.
But is
Can't
there not
lie.
a part of you that I think, oh, that's actually a real person? Like, what if that was like a serial killer?
Do you know what then? It's my time to go. Take me.
Someone was saying that. Do we talk about that in work? Someone was reading a book saying that it's a true story where a guy is like he's like in the Navy or something, and he gets captured and he ended up having to run for 100 miles to get away from his captive in some war place. I know I'm proper downplaying it. It's an actual serious story, and he runs for like 100 miles, loses like 10 stone, just constantly running for 100
Forrest
miles.
Gump.
No, it's like that though, but it's like just constantly running to get away from these like people. And I was like, nah, if that was me, I'd just go, just fucking shoot me and get it over with. I'm not running. No, can't be asked too hot for a start. I'm not built
Too
for
hot.
this.
Where
Yeah.
was it?
It was in like, I don't know, probably like some Middle Eastern place.
Oh yeah, no, swerve that.
It doesn't matter where it was.
Swerve
Oh, it's a
that.
brisk day. I fancy a 100-mile run.
There's loads
Right,
of
it's
boss
not that-
reviews
it's
on
not
this,
that
you know.
I'm skeptical. Because, you know, when you, like, you know, those mediums and that,
Yeah.
like, I'm skeptical of, like, some of the stuff they come out with. It is like, how do you know that?
Do you know what? Sometimes some are really fucking good. I've had readings before and I give nothing. Nothing. It's literally, okay,
Is that what you say?
okay. And I let them tell me. I'm not going to go, oh yeah, that's me uncle's best mate's cousin. Yeah, that's exactly who it is. Yeah, he died. Like, I wouldn't give information. I just go, oh right, okay. Does that mean something? I think,
What if there's
yeah.
subtle things though, that, you know, when you say like subtle, like on Criminal Minds, where they're like, he blinked twice, that means he's did it. You know, like, just like subtle, you might just
No.
think you're going, okay, but they might read that and go, I'm right. No, I'm wrong. No, I'm right. No, I'm wrong.
No, honestly, I think I stay the same. And some have been absolute dog shit, but there's others that have been fucking brilliant.
I went to one because I'm dead skeptical of things like this, and I just wanted to experience it.
I mean, I don't base my life off it, but
Once I drove to Blackpool just to get a fortune thing, just because I wanted one.
oh, all the way to Blackpool.
Yeah. Because I knew they had
Surely
one.
they've got one in Southport.
Oh, it's probably just as long to get to Southport as it is to Blackpool. Just straight up, innit? Left. So I drove all the way up because I was like, I really want one. Where did you do them? Blackpool, drove straight there. Went to go see this woman. She took 20 quid off me. To be fair to her, you can argue coincidence, but everything she did say was true bar one thing.
Yeah.
So like, I'll tell you. So this is all the stuff. This is what she said to me. So she said, so at the time I was with the kid's mum. We only had one child.
Yeah.
Right. She was like, and they weren't with me. They went to go get rock or candy floss or something. And I went in and she was like, she did this mad shit with the 20 quid. I've blessed her £20. I was like, it's come straight out of a cash machine. It's blessed. So she sat down. She was like, put my, sit like this. And then she went, so, you're in a relationship at the moment. I was like, okay. So I'm trying to do what you do. It's
Yeah.
like, okay. You know, and then she was,
bye.
and then she went, you got a child? And I was like, yeah. She went, all right, you've talked about having a second child, but you've both agreed that it was going to be like a way off, like say, like 10 years, I want to say. She said, but it'll happen a lot sooner and in the most unplanned like time than you actually want it to. She was like, in fact, really soon. You're going to have a second child really soon, right? We did say we'd have a second, but in 10 years' time. And she got pregnant like 3 months later. Right, which you could argue coincidence.
But 10 years between children is a far-fetched, like, that's very long. Nobody would ever leave 10 years between the children.
No, of course, but how would she know that we've discussed that? That was a bit like...
Yeah.
So, which it is,
So
it was like 10
yeah,
years,
I
right?
think that's fair enough. That's
then she
quite
said,
accurate.
she was like, then you'll have a sex. She was like, oh, you're planning on moving house at the moment. Not happy where you are in your current living situation, so you want to move house. Yeah, I can see you moving house quite soon. And this was like later on in the year. She was like, you'll move house before Christmas. We moved house the following week. We were looking for a house and we got a house the following week, right? She was like, you'll stay there. She was like, you'll stay there for a couple of years, have your second child, and then move again to a house that you've already been in, right? George was born. And then, like, I think 12 months later, we moved to Ashley's mum's old house. Ashley's the kid's mum.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, I'll give her that.
And then she was like, and then you're like, you'll be there for a bit, and then you'll split up. She was like, and this is the bit that hasn't come true yet. She was like, so you'll split up, and eventually you will meet someone else. She was like, and this other person, she was like, can't describe her, but she's just like, you know, blonde hair. She was like, and you'll have a choice to either go back with your kid's mum or stay with the new girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, if you go with either one you decide to do, you'd be happy you've made that choice.
No way.
She was like, but if you go with the new girl, you'll have one more child. So I'm just avoiding girls now.
Blondes
I'm just
specifically.
avoiding everyone. I'm just avoiding people.
Maybe I'm that girl
You're not.
because I'm naturally blonde and our baby is the podcast.
Maybe. To be fair, I'd fucking take that. That's fine by me.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't avoid any girls. This is it. I'm the blonde. This is our baby.
What if I meet a blonde and she's like, I want a baby?
So no.
I hate getting asked that question. Did I tell you I matched with someone on Bumble?
No.
First question she asked was, so I matched with someone on Bumble and she went, I can't remember. Do you know, because we've had we've recorded so quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, did we discuss this on the pod? Or I'll say it just in case I did.
I didn't remember this story.
I matched with a girl on Bumble, and
Yeah.
within like seconds, the first thing she asked me was, "Are you having? Would you have another kid?" That was it.
No, yeah, we have to. You have told me
yeah,
this.
Yeah. I definitely like
Because I said, like, it's quite to the point.
yeah, it's quite to the point.
And at
yeah.
our age, like, you need to be like that. There's no
I was
point in
gonna
wasting
say,
time.
that's the first question I get. I get asked that a lot, and I'm like, no. Everyone's like, would you ever get married? I'd like to, but I can't because the next person I'm going to meet is going to be blonde. They're just going to want a baby, and I just can't do that.
Should we go to Blackpool? I want to read it now.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Not right now.
Well, no, not right now. We'll get fish and chips.
We'll schedule it in.
Sausage, chips.
We
and
should
curry.
do that as part of the pod.
Should we have little 5p change goes to Blackpool?
Yeah, I get to
Or should we pretend it's Paris?
pretend what you want. We'll get the fortune thing.
Yeah.
Get the woman to bless the money. I am always skeptical about that. Everything else you said is true, other than this bit. And you can argue coincidence quite a lot with it.
Yeah.
But and then like with the tarot cards, we've had that discussion.
Yeah.
I was quite interested with what they, and some of it you could say it was a bit vague, but some of it's sort of like, it is a bit vague, but it's also very relevant to at the time. And even with like mediums, so I was skeptical over mediums, and I found out that local to me there was like this little like Methodist church.
Methodist
church. Can't talk today. That do like medium readings, and basically you pay £2 to get in. Everyone sits in a big circle,
and then if it talks out to you,
if this, but it was just so fucking thick. This was actually mad. I'll tell you my experience over this. So it's they were all doing like the same shit. Someone would stand up and go, right, I've got a lady. She's an oldish lady. Oh, she went really suddenly. Does this ring any bells with anyone? Like literally the fucking room.
Yeah.
And it was the same girl as well. I'm sure she was in on it. She was like, I can take that. Yeah, that's my Nan Doris. and then, but they were saying like mad shit. She's carrying a box of chocolates. Was she a sweet woman? Fuck off, mate.
Stop it.
Like,
Everyone's nan's a sweet woman. Sweet in nature and loves a fucking sweet.
It just be more truthful. It's like, right, okay, was she, did she have really bad road rage and was she casually racist? Yeah, that sounds like it. Spot on.
Everyone, it was my nan.
She used to say the guy at the shop at the end of the street was a good one. Like, yeah, she was. Sorry.
No, that's tickled me.
That was me nan for you.
You know what though? This is fucking. You've hit the nail on the head there.
So it was going around like this, and I'm just like, this is a load of bullshit. Then this woman, she's sort of like old and fucking has arthritis or something because she sort of like hobbled over and she was like, right, my turn now.
Oh my God, was her name Ivy?
No,
Oh.
I've heard about her though.
Oh.
She went, I want to speak to you, points at me. She was like, you're very skeptical, aren't you? I just went, yeah. She went, you don't believe? I was like, no. She was like, it's real. She was like, it's just here. She was like, there's a dog here. And I was like, no, there's not. She said, no, there is. There's a dog. Shaggy dog. She was like, it's
Are you in a throuple with it?
in a throuple, yeah. And call back to a couple of episodes ago. So it's like there's a shaggy dog, and she's like, "Oh,
Why did you have to pick the name Shaggy?
no, it's just a shaggy dog because it wasn't him." And she was like, "It's with this man and a woman." She's like, "I'm getting Nan and Grandad." She said, "But it's not your Nan and Grandad. Nan and Grandad." She said, "You know the grandson, he's diabetic, right?" And I'm sitting there going, "Oh, all right, okay. I don't really know anyone who's diabetic." She went, "You will do." She said, he's diabetic. You've not been told about it, that's why. She said, but you're going to get told about it. And they've told me to pass on a message when you get told that their grandson is diabetic. He's not taking it seriously. And if he carries on eating the way he's eating, there's an exit door for him. So just pass on that message when you next see him. I went, all right, okay. Little did I know, my mum's boyfriend went to hospital and got told he was diabetic. And he didn't take it seriously, and he was chugging fucking Lucasades back like they're going out of fashion. And I told my mum, my mum's crying her eyes out.
Yeah, that
as
is.
she does. And then she starts going on, and she was like, she said, there's a little bit of family bother, because all families have bother.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course there is. She was like, she said, I've got a woman here. She said, she is a grandmotherly figure. She said, she spent a lot of time with you. She says, remember the house? She said, there's a house, it's got number 2 on it, 2 something, 20, she said, not 28, maybe 29, right? 2 something. She said, all the family used to go into this house. Now, call back to a story that I was just mentioning. My nan's house was 29. She's like, she just said, remember the good times in that house. She said, the house has got such good energy. She said, get everybody in that house. And then she said, oh, and also there's a James. She said, and then I got a cousin called James. She went, there's a James in Australia. I've got a cousin, James in Australia. She went, and then she went, not him. And I was like, in my head going, how did I was thinking of someone? She was like, not him. You don't know him. She said, it's someone else. She said, there's going to be a connection between you and James in Australia. You will never meet this James, but you will get a connection soon. He drives stupid, he drives ridiculous, and he's going to end up ending his own life driving the way he drives. When the connection forms, can you pass that message on? What? And I was like, that was dead weird. Anyway, 12 months later, kid's mum's auntie comes over from Australia. We're just chatting away, and she was like, oh yeah. I was talking about cars, and she said, oh, my mate James has got a bloody sports car, you should see the way he drives it. Honest to God, I got fucking chills, mate.
Stop it. Did you pass the message on?
No, fuck him. No, I didn't.
R.I.P. James.
I did, but
Jimmy boy.
when she said, I had that woman's voice in
just
my head.
twigged.
It was so weird. So, like, although I'll sit there and go, it's all shit in it, it does make me a bit skeptical, things like that.
Because how would they know that, though?
That's it. But is it a magic trick? Darren Brown did it, didn't he? And he was like, I'm not a psychic. There's no dead relatives on this stage, but I'm going to tell you, your nan, she calls you Pixie, doesn't she? And the woman's like, oh my God, she does, yeah. Oh, do you know? And she's like, because she's here.
That?
And he was like, it's just a trick. It's just a trick. Does a trick. She says something about orange curtains. Oh my God, I just put orange curtains in my house. How do you know that? She's like, yeah, it's not a trick. I'm just using... And that's why.
Though.
Watch it. It's really interesting.
But how would they know that you're going to come across a James in 12 months' time who drives like a dickhead?
That's
in Australia.
That does make me sceptical.
Because if anyone used that on me, I can't lie, I don't know anyone in Australia. I should have kept that to myself. But I have no connections there.
What would you do if we go? I reckon we should do the psychic reading, right? We'll plan it in. Right.
Can we go tomorrow instead of doing a run?
No.
We can run in Blackpool.
Maybe I'll let you know.
Okay.
It might be a last minute things. So
I just want sausage and chips.
You can get sausage and chips from anywhere.
Yeah, but it tastes better in Blackpool.
Oh, why? All right, okay.
Because it's at the seaside.
All right, okay. So we will do. I think we definitely do. It definitely should. It would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
It'd definitely be interesting to see. It would be funny if you sat in there. They went podcast shit. Have you done about a psychic? No, I listened to it the other day. That bloke says anything about fucking psychics again, I'll glass him.
No, I think we should do that. Guys, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
I'm always skeptical and I'll always like...
Give it a
try and keep it a bit of... I do try and keep a bit of an open mind. But there's also part of me that's just like, full of shit. She's carrying a box of chocolates, which she's very sweet. Oh, yeah, that's me nan walking around constantly with chocolates in her hand. Couldn't move in her house.
Black magic.
Couldn't move in her house.
Did you record it so that you could refer back to it? Because I never remember what they say in the moment. So I always record them on my phone and then I'll listen back to them and take notes. And then like 12 months later, I'll look at it and see if anything's come.
I've heard about that Ivy, though.
Yeah.
I've heard stories.
She was good, you know.
Did she do one to you?
So I booked her
share?
to my house.
No,
because I'm quite private, aren't I?
Okay.
But I booked her to my house.
Just me, open book.
So, I know, yeah.
I've got so many problems in my life.
But she smashed it.
Did she?
I can't lie, though. I think she's passed away now.
I heard this.
But, so this was probably about...
Or she at least retired.
Probably about 10 years ago that she came. And she arrived at my house and she was walking up the path and I can only explain her to look like the witch out of Snow White.
Long white hair and that, yeah.
Really haggard, looked really, really frail. She was lovely.
Was she?
And she was spot on.
With what she said to you?
Yeah.
Will you tell me off air?
I'll try and remember bits out of it, yeah. But now I've had a few readings and some of them have like,
come through.
Yeah.
Would you share? So if we go to Blackpool, are you sharing?
Yeah, I'll share.
If we're doing this as a pod experience, we have to share.
Okay.
If there's something like dead thingy, like, you know, they pick up like really Michelle. Also, there's a message here. Get your herpes sorted. Like, okay, I
got a tablet for that the other week. Thank you. I haven't really got herpes.
All right.
Just trying to rub it off.
I was gonna say, can I always share the lollipop?
What for? For being well done. You had your herpes test. Have a lollipop.
Yeah. No, I meant we shared one.
Oh, I don't think. Oh, yeah, that's your cold sore, isn't it?
I've got thingy lips. Again.
I've never had a cold sore.
Coleslaw.
Only coleslaw, but never a cold sore.
Oh, my mum called coleslaw cold sore. Want some
well,
cold sore with that burger?
Never
No, I'm
coming to
alright,
yours
thank
for a
you.
barbecue.
Fucking hell, fuck that.
All right, thanks. Keep your
What, you
herpes
want
to
hepatitis
yourself.
C with your hot dogs?
Fucking keep your cabbage off your minge.
Wow. Went straight there. Someone did ask a question as well, which was and why we're talking about paranormal. I feel like we've done that quite a lot over this week. Is that? I can't remember what we've done in the last couple of episodes.
I know. We
People
do
ask me.
apologise because actually we come away from the studio and we actually couldn't tell you what we've just discussed for the last hour.
I get that a lot. People will message me
and
about
then when
the episode.
when you reference
I have
it,
no
and
idea
I go,
what you're talking
I
about.
haven't got a clue.
So one of my mates listened to one about.
You can't even remember what he told you, can you?
No, I think it was the one. It was the one when someone sent an intimate picture. I said it a few weeks ago. You went, that one about the picture, was that such and such? And I was like...
Oh, where he was like propping into it and then got the picture and then...
And then swerved after. Yeah. So she messaged me, was like, that one about that picture, is that such and such? And I was like, what are you on about? So on the pod, I was like, literally, as soon as we've done, I forget what we talk about.
Really bad,
so
isn't
sometimes if we're actually doing this, and sometimes I forget what we just discussed on the pod and what we've just discussed having food.
Yeah, or on the car. On the way
sometimes like, did I tell you this to say that? Because sometimes like, hey, we'll talk about this. Oh, don't talk about it now. Save it for the pod, and then we get here, and I forget. So if I ever go over old grounds, that's just how my mind works. Yeah. So someone asked me a question, and I thought, while we're talking about, I've kept it in the bank. Shout out if you want to get in touch. At 5 pence change.
Oh, thank you, Terry, for getting in touch. That made me day.
So the question was, if you knew the day that you were going to cease to exist,
would you alive?
Yeah, would you? What would you like? How would you live the rest of your life?
Say the question one more time.
So if you knew the day you were going to die, how would you live the rest of your life? What would you change?
I think that depends on what day it's going to be.
Like a Thursday.
Is it like a Thursday in 10 years' time, or is it a Thursday next week?
How long,
Because it purely depends on what the time frame is.
All right, let's go for both. Right, it's Thursday next week.
Oh my God, if I die on Thursday next week, can you imagine you will never forgive yourself?
Imagine that episode. Welcome to episode 23.
No, this is 23.
Episode's at episode 24. Michelle's not here because turns out man's psychic. I had a reading, didn't I? I'll get someone else in and go, I've got Michelle here now. She's telling me, what's that, Michelle? Right, I'll pass that on. She said you're a twat.
If I die,
like that's you're bang on, because that sounds like something she would say.
Do you know? Yeah, I'd probably use the C word. Okay, so if I'm going to die next Thursday, I'm not going into work. I've got enough in savings to see me through to live my best life till next Thursday.
I've got so much money in the bank, I can live for the rest of my life and never work again as long as I die. Thursday
do I take myself on a holiday?
I don't know.
Little all-inclusive in the Caribbean.
You just go out with a bank.
Just get repatriated. Repatriated.
You just get brought back on the box.
Yeah. I'll make sure to take out travel insurance so that my mum isn't stuck with those costs.
But, mind you, can you?
Well, yeah, because I don't know I'm going to die on Thursday.
Okay.
So I'll take out my little travel insurance, maybe go to the Caribbean, live my best life, sleep with a big black man, and then die on Thursday. I won't even use protection because you know what? I'll be dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, imagine that. Are you on the pill? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Just, whatever you want, mate. Yeah. We shouldn't do this. I've got AIDS. Honestly, sound.
Belter. Something else is going to get me.
I love that. I just love that. Imagine that guy like, hey, she said she wasn't on the pill. She didn't want a condom. I told her I had AIDS and she was still fucking game for it. Did you do it? Fuck no, dirty bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really a tough one, isn't it?
It is a tough one.
Because between now and Thursday next week isn't a huge amount of time to do a great deal. Like I wouldn't be able to go backpacking in Asia or...
No, couldn't get your eyelashes done.
No, I wouldn't be able to get an appointment to get my eyelashes filled.
I know.
In time.
So if there was one thing you had time to do, one thing, what are you doing?
I'll go and watch Hamilton. In New York.
Do that fucking...
I'm going to New York to watch Hamilton.
Do that Harry Potter one. Like, come back for part 2 in a few hours. Sounds a bit tight.
I was just given Thursday, but I don't know if it's late evening, just before it's like midnight for Friday.
It's a difficult question because you know when people say you should live every day like it's your last, that's not possible. Because here I am for the man.
Yeah,
I'm working for the man.
Not achievable.
No, I can imagine if you just lived
Me
every day.
weekends I do try and live my best life, but then it just makes me more sad when you return back to reality on the Monday morning.
I struggled this morning.
I want to be a lady of leisure. I want my weekends permanently.
Yeah, I'm saying this like, do you know when you're like, do you know what? You know when people say, "Oh, could you retire now?" Like, imagine retiring and doing nothing. It sounds fucking boss.
Yeah, I'd have a boss little
Calm
time.
down. Like, do you know when you see old ladies getting off the bus because they've just been out for a day trip to
TJ Hughes.
Like, yeah, just nipped in Sainsbury's, got fish for tea, sit down. I'm gonna have a cup of tea, watch Tipping Point. Like, just literally doing fuck all. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I'm game for
I'm
that.
not wishing my life away, but I can't fucking wait for retirement. Would you actually retire though? You know those people like, oh, I'll just keep on working. Me, I need to be doing something.
I think we might need to carry on working the way that pensions and everything's going.
I
And I don't want to be like a pure adult. But I also don't want to live in poverty when I'm 75.
I don't want to be a povo.
You do you know what I mean? That's not the time when you want to live in poverty.
That's what you got to do now.
I know, but it's even worse when you've got thin skin and you're frail.
That's it. Like, what age? What's a good age?
85.
85's too old.
I don't know, you know.
Do you know what? It's any point before, like, so when my mum had her up and we had to go see her in the hospital, we had to walk through the ward. I'm convinced 75% of those people on the fucking beds were dead. Like, there was some old age.
Yeah.
Like, and it looked. I'm not being like. I'm not trying to take the piss. It looked awful. I was like, fucking hell. This is what these look like. What does my mum look like? And it literally, I was like, I'm defo. She's been dead 2 weeks. She looks like someone needs to go check her out. It looked awful. I don't want to be like that. I reckon if you get to like, I don't know. It's easy saying it now. It's like, do you know when you have like you've had like shit food, you're like, right, that's it, diet starts. Or like if like people like say they go, I'm going to quit smoking. It's easy to say that while you're smoking.
Yeah.
It's easy to say when you're in your 30s, like 70. Ask me at 65 that question, I'm like 102 at least.
But yeah, and I think like even my mum says it now. Like my mum's 75 and she's like, Michelle, like I don't feel old. Like she still feels early 20s.
Yeah, your mum's out and about.
It's just certain things that you can't do in the same way, but she doesn't feel old.
Yeah.
And I think, do you just always feel like that? Oh no, this is giving me the goosebumps.
Oh, it does. It makes me feel
So if
sick.
you're dying next Thursday, what are you going to do?
Heroin. Just gonna see what it's about.
Oh yeah.
If someone said you have got a week, I'm like, right, let's just do all the shit people say not to do because it's really bad. Right. I'm gonna try heroin.
Apart from nonsense kids.
Right. Oh yeah. Obviously,
that's really bad, but also still frowned upon even when you're
imagine
gonna
if
die.
that was someone's answer. Do you know what? If I've only got a week, I'm gonna nonce a kid. What?
Little Timmy.
What? No, I just be like literally. I'm gonna be like, I will go out high as fuck. I've never tried it. I just like to know what the fuss is about.
Yeah.
You know, just to experience.
You're injecting it. Can you smoke it?
I don't know. Do I look like the type of guy who knows?
Is that not the one where you like boil it on a spoon?
I think so. Yeah.
I like soup on spoons, not heroin.
No, I'm trying all of it.
But if it's in the spoon, oh, so you put the needle in like the heat. Why is it got to be heated up?
Do I look like I fucking know? It'd be more suspicious if I knew the answer to that question. I'll Google it off air.
Why have you got to have hot heroin? Like, on it be cold or
Do you have to Google
lukewarm?
I really think we should stop.
Does it burn in your veins?
I don't know.
Right, we're gonna find
out. If
I'm not Googling this, you know.
If I get to 80 years old on my 80th birthday, I'll come to your grave and I'll do it.
Hang on, why am I dead when you're 80?
Because you're older than me.
I'll only be 83. 84.
Right, well, I'll come to your care home. I am Michelle. Do you remember me? And you're there with
and I'll go, no, I don't know him. Don't get him away from me. Get him away from me. And then when they pull you away, I'll go, I'm glad he's gone. He's a
beep. I just be like, come on, Michelle. Right, we're at 80 now. Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, I'll do heroin. No, I don't know, you know.
Oh, just
I feel
do
like
something
there's
that just
nicer
like
things.
No, just try it. Just do
Maybe
once.
we could just take some acid and just sit there and be like, get some little bucket hats.
me and you like Kevin and Perry Go Large.
Yeah. And just some like old school music, like I don't know what, maybe like Americano.
No. I don't want to get high to that. I want something chilled. Like I don't know.
Like a bit of Snoop Dogg or
No.
like Swan Lake.
I don't know what that is off the top of my head.
Like ballet, like opera.
Maybe. I don't know. If I'm going out, if I've got a week, I'm going out with a bang and I'm going to do something fucking like for me.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to New York.
Okay. Well, I'm getting smacked off my tits.
Smack my bitch up.
That is a pod.
Yeah, man.
Michelle, do the honours.
If you just want to get hold of us, then obviously we've got our socials, TikTok and Instagram at 5pence change, or you can drop us an email like little Tezza at 5pencechange@hotmail.com.
Spot on. I've got nothing to add. We have now got things to do, which is book a hotel stay at the Old King's Head and go to Blackpool for sausage and chips and a psychic reading.
Yeah.
Can
I just add one last thing?
Go on.
I went to see Boyz II Men last night.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, like when you go to R&B concerts and they throw out like the roses to the women.
Yeah.
I got one.
You got a rose. There we go.
That's my story.
Living your best life.
Living my best life. I can die next Thursday. I'm not arsed anymore now.
Share the love. Tell us everyone about us. Thanks for listening. That's all for me. So, ciao.
See you next week. Bye.
Derek.
It's Derek.